Good, 1, 2. Then you gotta reset your breath, get your tension, pull out of the bar. Big air. Let's pull back, don't pull too far back. Think down, squat down. There we go, that was better, that was beautiful. That was down, not that.
Stop 1 inch higher.
Boom.
Like a
So you said she's getting too much?
Yeah, I think she was thinking back rather than down. There we go, good crystal. Let's do one more. Awesome. Good.
You guys know why I said stop 1 inch higher? What were you seeing coming out of her legs? When she got down to the bottom of it, especially on your right knee, you went here and then you went to here. So she pronated hard on that side, and the knee went into a valgus position. When I said stop 1 inch higher, she was straight up and down as far as foot, knee, and ankle in a straight line. So she wasn't creating that hinge differential when she went to 1 inch higher into that.
And that's the hip that gives me a problem.
Probably because you might be squatting just a little bit lower than what you can control.
Okay.
So it's not to say that you can't get there. It's just saying what's the cost of doing business when you do get there. So if you want to get down there and get back up, it's going to look really cool on Instagram. But you might have a little bit of an irritated hip for the next 2 or 3 days. And if you do it consistently, it might become a problem. So shaving a little bit of depth off of your squat isn't the end of the world if it means that you can walk and feel feeling strong.
So now, as a power lifter,
Yep.
because I do that, what can I do?
For anybody who was watching with powerlifting experience, when I said 1 inch higher, was she still getting to depth?
Yeah.
You're way below parallel.
You're not,
like
yeah.
way below
Yeah, it's
parallel.
not an issue.
I would be more concerned if you were like getting to maybe here and then having to round your back to get to parallel. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
So as a power lifter, you're clearing the 3 wide legs with your depth.
Okay.
Even by going 1 inch higher.
Okay.
You can go.
And then things to think about in the hole too. Is remember what I said when I was standing up there? People tend to get in the hole and they kind of lose it, right? They kind of relax. Especially the super mobile people, like they get in the bottom of the squat, they can kind of like hang out at the bottom of that squat. Stay engaged, abs on. So I think her going up an inch higher is going to allow her to do that. Right? She has to stay engaged and think about it. But also, 2 cues I like out of the hole is when someone's down here, right? That foot pressure, I'm pushing. Obviously, I'm pushing with my feet. I know that's like another Odell moment, but I'm maintaining that foot pressure, and I tell people to drive the crown of their head up to the ceiling. The more external cues I can use, the better. Then it should get a little bump out of that.
Yeah.
Okay?
One way that you can work on getting people to find positioning is to use things like eccentric reps and pause reps. Does anyone use that with your training?
Yeah.
So we're going to go a little bit lighter on this. I want you to come up here again. This time when you go down into the rep, I want you to count to 5 on your way down. So I want you to get a lot of weight off this, and I want you to maintain tension for 5 down to that point of where you stopped before, and then drive up fast.
Okay.
So what does an eccentric rep allow you to do?
More time under tension.
More time under tension, but more specifically, if you're moving slower, you can micro-adjust faster. So if you just drop into the hole, by the time you get there, you got to figure out how to get the hell back up.
Yeah.
So if I'm really tense and I focus on eccentric, if I tip forward, I can figure out how to tip back a little bit more. I can micro-adjust my positioning better if I go a little bit slower. So take a 5-second count and go back up. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, whatever you got to do. Okay, so think about where your knee position winds up. Think about your foot tension too. Create that lateral tension through your feet. Brace. Pause there. Drive. Good. But when you came up out of the hole, did you feel what happened with your back and knees?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't lose that bracing. Focus on keeping that tight. There. Tight. Drive. Nice. Do it again. So you can see that when she gets off position or does anything funky with it, she can reassess, realign, and get back into the balance area we're trying to get her to do. We can do this with less weight. And what's the benefit of using less weight? Less systemic load, which means that she's not going to be in trouble if she gets into a point where technique is falling. And it's also, she can get a training stimulus out of this with less load. And if I can get the results I'm looking for with less weight, great, I'm getting the results. As a powerlifter, I want to add more weight to the bar, but if I'm looking for hypertrophy, strength, control, all that kind of stuff, and I can do it with less weight for a couple of workouts, fantastic. It means that she's not going to get beat up in the middle of the training sessions. So we can use this as maybe like an offloading day, a deloading day, or off-season stuff, or whatever we want to do, versus just loading more weight onto the bar. We can play around with it a lot. Next thing I want you to try, after a little bit of rest, you feel all right? You can beat up, yeah? We're gonna do a pause rep, but I want you to work on creating tension on the way down into the hole. Pause for 2 or 3 seconds and then drive back up. And always, always, always keep that lateral pressure.
Sorry, we practiced these. You're okay.
Yeah. So